So hope my screen is visible now. So I'm going through the integration.
Yes.
There are multiple tools where PIM is actually provided by vendors. One is PIM Core, is another e-commerce platform which will provide that Adobe Experience Manager integration. And another one is there is photo shoot side where you can increase, and another one is um, any PIM application and product catalog, and we have Magento also providing PIM, all of that. Okay, we'll go to step by step. Right? So there are two ways they are integrating. One, to show the AEM assets to PIM side of the users so that they can actually access the images and add it to the PIM side, and that will be available to any other application which is using the PIM data, so that those images will be available for them. Another one is fetching the PIM data between uh, AEM sites and PIM. So let's do first a DAM and then we will do sites. Okay. Okay. So there is a separate clear-cut guide which is actually provided to have integration between DAM and PIM core. Okay. So we have AEM eventing enabled. So first we need to two ways they have provided. One is cloud service, another one is AEM 6.5. For cloud service, the steps include enabling a eventing. So eventing concept is basically whenever there is some updates in the PIM or some updates in the DAM, eventing will actually listen to that and then try to execute a specific code or try to push some event. That is actually eventing. If you see, for that we need to have admin console access and admin console access in the cloud. So cloud is something which not every one of us has access, but let's do on the lower environment, and if we can do on lower environment, similarly we'll actually go through the step-by-step idea for cloud service also. And then let's go to AEM 6.5. PIM software, and let's install it, and then we can connect to it. So there is a PIM core which is the PIM management, which we use it in this exercise to make sure we are actually able to connect with the AEM. So we will, if we actually need kind of which is available, just use that and then implement it. So we will see how it is actually mentioned as part of PIM core. Okay. So here they are actually having this is the PIM core tool where they are actually seeing some folders. Okay. And this PIM core is showing some assets, and these assets are coming from AEM. That's what they are trying to say. Okay. And for the assets to come into the PIM core, what you need to do. Okay, that is the integration aspect which we will be checking. In this is a clear demo of how that is actually useful for PIM core. Okay, basically, once we sync the assets from AEM to the PIM core, we can get them under one of the project, and that there is a header which they have mentioned, and there is a metadata modification of the asset also, which can be done in the PIM core, where you can see that these are all the properties, and we can actually update any of the property also as part of this. Okay. And in the PIMCore home events, eventing, we are going to one of the page, and there we are selecting the asset, and then using the asset through drag and drop on the page, and that is actually available. Now we are saving and publishing. Okay. Okay. So basically, two ways they are doing. One is if the PIM provider, whoever is actually having the, I would say, um, implementation related to the UI also, then in that case, they will not have anything related to um, they will not have anything related to exact use case. Like, I mean to say, it will be getting the data from the AEM and display on the PIM, PIMcore UI. Okay. But if we do not have anything on the PIMcore UI, we are just having product Ashwini, we are just having product data, and we are actually pulling it into the AEM. That is another one. So two ways. Which one is hosting the PIM core data? One is AEM hosting the data, or another one is actually PIM core is hosting the data. If PIM core is hosting the data, then the assets, whichever is actually being part of Adobe Experience Manager, can be connected through PIMcore, a connector, which is like a bundle, which once we install, uh, when we go and log in into the PIMcore or any other corresponding PIM provider, we can actually see the folder, which is the synchronization folder between AEM and that PIM, and the assets path will be entirely available, and we can actually select those assets and drag and drop in any of the PIM pages which the PIM provider is actually uh, showing. Okay, and then automatically all the assets will be available. That is actually PIM hosting the page, AEM providing the assets, and syncing is actually happening through the connector bundle. Second option is PIM providing the product data to the AEM, where AEM hosts the page and PIM kind of product data can be synced to the AEM through any other APIs, wherein they will have custom exporters with an endpoint, where from that endpoint we are actually hitting from the AEM side and fetching the data, and then we are actually showing on the front end. So that is the two options. Okay, so let's I think most of the options which we want is on AEM we want to show the PIM data, because PIM actually hosting the page and fetching the assets everything from the any other tool is kind of basic one, which is only dependent on the PIM provider. But universally and from AEM perspective, if we are using AEM sites, how do we can actually fetch that PIM exporting the data from the AEM and then get the data and display it. Okay.
So, is there any threshold, like when we decide like whether we should put our PIM to AEM side or through the like means whatever the PIM software is there, or maybe some AWS side. Like for example, when we are dealing with more than lakhs of data of synchronization every week or every month or something like that. So,
Yeah,
what the usual use case, like we should actually decide when we should go in that way or this way.
definitely. So we have push approach, one is pull approach. Initially it used to be pull approach, where demand, where any other e-commerce platforms pulling the data and displaying it. But lately, since the experience is actually the most important for the users, they are not actually trying experience delivery on the PIM providers. They are actually using for experience delivery Adobe sites. PIM is specifically for the e-commerce core functionalities, add to cart, checkout, those options. And for those, what they have actually started writing the code from the commerce providers is exporting the data. And
Mhm.
if we take AEM Magento integration is one of the best example for integration of product data from Magento coming to the AEM and AEM displaying the data. Okay.
Right.
Um, that is the best example which we can actually do, which will help uh, to understand why we are actually using this. But in that integration also there are two approaches. One is server side integration. Okay,
Mhm.
server side integration is where the product data flows from the server request response to the sling mode to the front end component. Second is flow with um, exporting from the front end. The AEM components call the Magento from the front end using Magento endpoint. Okay, so let's. So you guys have worked on CAF integration with Magento? If not, we can do that, and then we can do the exporting option, two of them. Okay, let's do from the core CAF, and then we can do from uh, exporting Magento endpoint and calling from the browser side. Okay.
So, Magento is like not part of this AEM package. Like we need that separate licensing for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right? To use
So
it.
yeah, yeah. Magento community is there, and Magento 2 is the server, and once we can download and install and configure, that is available Magento 2. Okay, and yeah, so um, okay, so these are the step by step guide. Okay.
You have stopped sharing, I guess. Yes.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not hearing it. Okay. My screen visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. First one is download AEM. So I think we all have AEM on our local. Okay. Let's start the AEM. So I'm starting the AEM. I just double clicked it. It will open in few minutes. Okay. While that is being downloaded, let's download the Magento and install on AEM. Okay, this is Magento 1 and Magento 2. Latest is the Magento 2. Okay. Commerce on-premise, which we have. On-premise, we have. These are the different tools which are being used on the Magento side. Okay. PHP. Okay. And they have search, elastic search. Okay. Mail server, memory, operating system for this thing. So um, we'll go to the quick start. Okay. We have checked the previous. We will actually install the composer. So let's go to the we if we have PHP or not, we can check. I have already, I think, PHP. Okay, we have started the AEM. Sorry, command prompt, and I'm just checking I have PHP or not. I entered PHP, so I think yes, I have PHP. I exited PHP, and then I need to run these commands. Okay, it executed. Uh, all warnings, no errors. Okay. Next, I'll set up this. That is executed. So let's start PHP Composer setup. Okay, Composer is installed, and then we will run this. Okay, that is done. Okay, so once we have installed Composer, data package, install directory, Adobe Composer, install directory. Okay, so you need to get the keys actually. Get the authentication keys. Log into Commerce Marketplace. Click register. जब जाने के स्टार्ट किया वो मॉर्निंग में के नहीं खाते कुछ भी नहीं खाया कुछ भी नहीं खाया वो पूरा मिल्क मिल्क ओ बल्दी पानी बिस्किट्स में सर्वे हां वो बिस्किट्स से नहीं हां न्यू न्यू लगाना बल्दी को पता नहीं So I'm signing in with Adobe ID. Edit है वो प्ले किया बट फुट नहीं ज़्यादा रिपीट में So now we have signed in, and they said, click register. In the marketplace, we have access keys. So where is marketplace? In my profile. Okay, this is the access key. Oh, click on access keys. New access key which we need to create. Create a new access key and mention that name is Sapient. Click on OK. So this access key is created and enabled. Okay, and once we have that access key, you click copy, save the information, use the public key as your username and private key as your password. Okay, this is public key, this is private key. So this is username, this is password. Okay, understood. How do we manage? Manage SSH access token. This is not needed for us. Okay. This is for only get your authentication. That is fine. That is done. And next is this is also done. Start using. Okay, so in this get open source, we go to the developer open Magento. Magento on GitHub, and then we went to Magento 2. In the quick start install. Okay, authentication keys we have got. Okay, login to application bash bash. Key installation direction. Adobe Commerce Magento open source. So we are actually going. Security patch, set the file permission. This is all Linux they have given. I'm just checking on the Windows they have anything. Command Magento list, Magento help, Magento. Common documents. भूगोली को नाम के लिए मैं नाम के लिए वो बाद में पूजा कर सकते हैं okay. साइड में पूजा है वो दूसरी साइड में so we have पूरा टेंपल अंदर कोई This is on-premise authentication, login as file system. So they're saying application server. We do not have any application server with the bash shell. Logins, you can do the following. To run CLI command from any directory, add app root pin path. And okay, Magento 2. Okay, but is it downloaded Magento 2? Let me check if I have already installed Magento 2 on my local. This is GraphQL Magento. And that is part of CRX Quickstart. Yeah, that is part of CRX Quickstart with AEM only. So I don't have Magento directly available. So okay, let's wait. Download and configure the CF extension. That CF comes up with these are the configure CF, configure sync settings, utilize the CF mapping. Okay. So first I'm installing Magento. Let's see how we can do it. Okay. Okay. S2 on Windows. They are all given on.
So Magento 2 has all the both support, right? On-premise and
Actually, this is community. Adobe have integrated the entire Magento enterprise with the cloud, and they are giving as cloud commerce.
okay.
With Adobe ID itself, you can directly access Magento server now. I have access it right for getting my access keys.
Mm-hmm.
This is my Adobe ID. Now I have access to the Magento login, username, password. If I want to log into the cloud server once I get the access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what. Exam server. So let's server. So installer is in the downloads. I just double click that XAMPP installer. Once XAMPP is installed, and we will go to the next. See exam English, and then it will have Drupal, WordPress, and Joomla, which are out of the box open source app ready to install. Once we install, welcome to the exam, and then we will open the exam, and we'll go to launch Apache. We will start them, config, we'll start them, PHP configure, extension access them, configure PHP settings, download Magento 2 by using the composer, continue with installation. Yes. Okay. Next. So we'll go to whatever the instructions here mentioned. So server is MySQL, FileZilla. Just MySQL is enough. We don't need FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat. Just PHP is enough, and PHP MyAdmin is enough. We don't need Web Analyzer, fakes and mail also. We don't need. We click on next, XAMPP next, XAMPP, Sapient, English next, next, and it is installing installation folder. This is the previous one. PNG. So this is installation is happening. After installation, setup, finish. We'll go to XAMPP web environment, launch Apache and MySQL. So it's almost done. Hello.
Yeah.
No, no, I was saying hello. I'm clicking it, and PHP also started, and
थोड़ा वो ब्रेकफास्ट के बाद आ रहा हूँ। हाँ 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 क्या करो वो तुम नीचे अब ब्रेकफास्ट के बाद आ जाओ ऊपर। हाँ हाँ ये घर एक और कर ओके थोड़ा कंप्लीट करना फिर आराम से आ जाओ। ओ पूरा ये वाला ये क्लीन करने के लिए थोड़ा काम जल्दी फिनिश करके आ అంటే దువ్వితో పని లేదమ్మా నీకు
it's taking a little more time. Let's wait.
क्या हुआ Jazz use ya Dadu Jadu Uku Adu Patko 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 Ow Gagu Gagu Huh? Dadu Patao Ore Jai Patao
Okay, so I'm finishing. The control panel opens. Excuse me. Okay, here we will start Apache. Excuse me. We need to start MySQL and Apache. So I'm clicking on start for Apache. Excuse me. And then I'm clicking on MySQL for start. Okay. So Apache and MySQL started.
What is this Tomcat below?
Application server. We don't need application server for Magento. We just need web server. So if you guys have not started AEM on the career beginning, if you have started from web application development based on Java, all the Java based applications are hosted. There is a servlet container which will listen to all of these Java and do the redirection of the request to corresponding views and all of that. And that application server types, we have J2W and Tomcat. These two are the open source ones.
కట్టండి 17, 18, 19, 20.
These files. Okay, let's go to config PHP. It will actually open the php.ini. Okay, in the php.ini we need to search intl. Okay, control F, intl. Okay, that is the extension. We need to enable them. Okay, so the comment we need to remove. Okay, and what all we need to enable? SOAP XSL also. XSL SOAP. SOAP extension we will enable. XSL. Also we need to enable. GD sodium zip. GD sodium zip and zip sockets. So we have enabled all of them. Okay, so we need to save it. Okay, we have saved this file, and then we need to stop and restart the Apache. So Apache stop and start. Okay, and once we have, then we need to configure the PHP settings. Right? So configure the PHP settings. We need to open the PHP file again, and in the PHP file, max execution time and all we need to check. So execution, we need to max execution time 120. We need to set to 18,000. 18,000. Max input time. Max input time is 60. Here, max input time we need to mention it as 1800. Okay, and memory limit 2Z, 512M. So we are changing it to 2Z, and we can save and restart the Apache. Start, start. Okay, we can download, extract the zip file. Next step download. So they're saying release, yes. You will get the zip code, this one. So it is downloaded. We'll go to the folder. We will extract here. So while it is being extracted, we will see what we need to do. We need to put that in the XAMPP installation directory HD docs folder. So what is the XAMPP installation folder? C XAMPP Sapient. C XAMPP Sapient HD docs. So in this folder, we need to fetch that and put it here. Okay. So let's go to downloads. The downloads. Let's see, it got extracted. I think it is still extracting. It's still extracting.
కూర్చో కూర్చోను కూర్చో అంటే కూర్చుంటారా అవునా నీకు అన్నీ తెలుసా అందుకే చదువుతున్నాము అయ్యో అయ్యయ్యో అయ్యయ్యో very much.
So let's take a small break. I think it's more time to extract, and we'll connect back at 10:45. Hope by the time it get extracted. Hope that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
Very sorry, my poor that I got to.
పంపించాడా
పంపరా అదే కదా కంప్లైంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసి చాలా కంప్లైంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఆమె అంటున్నారు.
వాడు
అందరు రాజు ఫీట్ అయ్యింది.
గుడికి గుడి కావాలా దేవుడు దండం పెట్టు. వెరీ గుడ్ మమ్మ బంగారం. వెరీ గుడ్ బంగారం తల్లి. బంగారం బంగారం.
అవన్నీ ఆడినాయో తెలియకే కదా ఆలోచించుకో అవి అన్న బట్టి ఏమైంది ఏమైంది జియోకి లేదు కదా బాగా మట్టిది మట్టి రెండు కలుపుతావా?
తోరణం బయట కదా పెట్టేది.
అది ఆ బుడ్డదే అది కూడా 2 ఫీట్లు ఇచ్చింది.
అది ఇంత ఇచ్చాడా?
అది కదా అనుకున్నాను.
ఇదే చిన్నగా తర్వాత దీనికి చిన్న డోర్లు దీనికే సరిపోతుంది. ఇది 3 ఫీట్ చెప్పాలనుకుంటా.
మనం చెప్పేది అది ఉండే 2 ఫీట్.
ఓకే అదే 2 ఫీట్ 1 ఫీట్ చెప్పి కలుపుకోబెట్టుకోవచ్చు.
మనకి ఏం తెలుసు 2 ఫీట్ ఎంత ఏమో అని ఆలోచించింది. ఏదో దేవుడికి ఆకులకి నీట్గా కట్టు. ఒక సైడ్ దారి ఇంకో సైడ్ ఆకులకి కట్టు. ఒక సైడ్ ఇది దేవుడికి మేడం 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 అటు సైడ్ ఒక దారం ఇటు సైడ్ ఒక దారం కట్టు. అంతా ఒక సైడ్ పెడితే చండాలం ఉండిద్ది.
సరే మేడం.
నువ్వు మరీ అసలు అంత తెలివి లేనట్టుగా చేస్తావు కొన్ని అయితే అసలు.
అట్లా జరిగిందా?
వాళ్ళ కింద ఒకళ్ళు
అట్లా జరిగిందా?
సాయి 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 శరణం అయ్యప్ప శరణం 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 అయ్యప్ప. అయిపోయిందా? గోల్డ్ చూస్తుంటారా? 2 నిమిషాలు స్నానానికి డ్రెస్ వేసుకొని వస్తాను. ఇంకా అరే అది యాపాకు 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 పెడుతుందా?
అందులో ఉందమ్మా బొమ్మలు ఉన్నాయి. బొమ్మలు బొమ్మలు కొడి బొమ్మలు అందులో బొమ్మలు ఉన్నాయి. పడతావు పడతావు తల్లి పడతావు. మళ్ళీ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు?
ఇది ఎట్లా చేస్తున్నాడు? కరివేపాకు కూడా కొంచెం కొంచెం
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వాళ్ళకి బ్లింకిట్
ఎన్ని రోజులు అవుతుందో వీటి వాసన అవుతుంది లోపల వేపాకు వేపాకు ఎన్ని రోజులు అవుతుంది లోపల పెట్టి చాలా ఆడుకుంటున్నాడు ఒక కాఫీ అటు పెట్టి అదిగో ఎక్కువ ఆగు సరే
అదే ఇంతే కావచ్చు ఫ్రెషర్స్ వెరీ గుడ్ వెరీ గుడ్ పెట్టాలంటే
పడతారు
హాయ్ 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 అయిపోయా హ్యాపీ తెలుగు పచ్చతోరణం
సరే నేను స్నానానికి వెళ్తున్నా పిల్లని చూడు జాగ్రత్త ఎటంటే అటు పోతే ఏ ఒకటి నోట వ్యక్తి చూడు ఒక్క క్షణం ఖాళీ ఉండదు
పడతారు Beli-beli ya. Beli dulu. Kalau beli. Meow meow. Meow meow. Oi. Mama.
నేను ఫంగల్ ఉంది యూరిన్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ తగ్గింది ఫంగల్ లోపల యూరిన్ బాగానే వస్తుంది
టీవీ చూద్దాం టీవీ కుర్చీ భర్త పెట్టి
నేను టీవీ కాదు ఆ టీవీ అలవాటు పడి ఆ పిల్ల పద్దాకుల టీవీ మీద
కుర్చీ భర్త పెట్టి కుర్చీ భర్త పెట్టి Which is Tiger. Very good. Very good. ఎంత వెయిట్ ఎంత ఉన్నావు వెయిట్ ఎంత 13.2 13.2 13.2 13.2 13.2 13.2 13.2 13.2 అదేంటది ఇలా ఓకే వచ్చి మంట పెట్టి అదే అదే అంతే అంతే zebra, elephant, 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 rabbit, 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 rabbit అను only rabbit, starfish, 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 fish, fish, monkey, tiger, monkey, monkey, tiger, Sadashiv, golden dog, golden dog, gold dog, buff, 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 buff. Golden cat, meow, meow. టీవీ పెట్టినా టీవీ పెట్టినా టీవీయా పెడుతున్నా పెడుతున్నా అయిపోయింది అమ్మా
డ్రెస్ వేసుకుంటా గోడి డ్రెస్ వేసుకోనా వేసుకోనా బాగుందా వేసుకోమంటావా సరే నువ్వు చెప్పావుగా నువ్వు చెప్పావు నేను క్రోమాలో ఫోన్ కి ఫోన్ చూడి ఇవాళ కొనుక్కో ఫోన్ మంచిగా ఇవాళ కొనుక్కుంటే లక్ష 10 days ఆగు అవును మెరుపులు చెంకి చెంకి అవును చెంకి నీకు తెలుసా చెంకి తెలుసా చెంకీలు తెలుసా బాబాయ్ టా
welcome back everyone. So it is actually 5% complete. We'll wait for this complete and then we can start. on the above document and text, please write a very interesting post on all the Adobe Experience Manager products, uh, which will be a very interesting LinkedIn post with all the hashtags without numbers in the hashtags, just I think copy paste in the LinkedIn. A lot of files actually. That is why it is taking more time. So basically, meanwhile, I'll explain the next steps, and then once it is done, we'll follow the steps also. So the steps are basically once we have started Magento using the exam and have AEM running. Okay, what next we need to do is we need to have. Hello. Hello. 5, 6, వినిపిస్తుందా 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is not learn Magento. We are actually basically integration framework. It is available in GitHub. We can download and build the project, install on the AEM as a bundle, and we need to configure the settings. Okay, how do we can act? Okay, and build a custom commerce framework or custom e-commerce. But the code I'll show where we have commerce. This is a very with the GraphQL also, incoming GraphQL dispatcher, getting it to the third-party e-commerce platform, returning it, cart resolver, coming back, and then coming to the front end. So these are all the. So it is a very excellent issue. This thing which we can actually provide that in the channel. I can just share it. This is the architectural way, the flow. So any commerce integration with Adobe Experience Manager, all of the options. Okay, this is the perfect flow which he has given. If it is a third party or Adobe solution or API, PIM, and all of that. But once we are actually complete with this hands-on, we will be sure about all of them as well. Yeah, this is the AEM core CF components. This one. What we will do, first Maven clean install, P auto install we will do on this project. It will install, these are the versions which are supported. This will install CAF GraphQL, and also it will actually use GraphQL server and all of that. So just please do this exercise, and meanwhile I'll integrate with Magento. If anyone is willing to share screen then start, they can do, and parallelly on the backend I'll do with Magento. These are commerce integration framework integration only. Once Magento is available, then the GraphQL service URL will be available on the Magento with that host name. Okay, and then AEM data comes to the Magento with GraphQL. It is exported, and CAF is fetching the data from the Magento to the Sling model. Okay, this is the CAF connector. Just please go through it, and meanwhile I'll see how far it has come. The extraction. It is just 11, so 16 KB.
ఏడవకూడదమ్మా, ఎందుకు ప్రతి దానికి ఏడుస్తున్నా? అడిగిన వస్తువు ఇవ్వకపోతే ఏడిస్తే ఇక నేనేం చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు? నేను
అమ్మాయి చేయడానికి పాలు
పెట్టింది, రాయిదా తినింది, పెట్టాడ పొద్దున్న. ఏదో పొంగల్ అయిపోతుంది. నేను 2 నిమిషాలు హ్యాండిల్ చేయను. ఇవాళ నేను పాలు ఇబ్బంది. నేను 3 రోజులు అనుభవిస్తాను. చాలు నాకు.
పింకీ చూసావా? పింకీ 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 ఫుడ్ వేస్తావా? ఫుడ్ వేస్తావా పింకీకి? డైవర్షన్.
డైవర్షన్ ట్రిక్ నేను చేస్తే అప్పుడు అమ్మాయి డైవర్షన్. ఎందుకంటే నేను నా దగ్గర చూసుకొని నేను ఇవ్వట్లేదండి.
అదిగో వస్తుంది.
దేవుని పతాకులు పాలిస్తాం నీకు తెలుసు 3 రోజుల నుంచి ఇచ్చాను కొంచెం అన్న మధ్యాహ్నం వరకు కాకపోతే సరే ఇస్తా నిద్ర వచ్చినప్పుడు ఇద్దాం.
Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. 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 Pinky, 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 come. Very good. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Pinky, come. Abu. So meanwhile, I'll also do that commerce integration framework checkout and all the connector settings on my local. So let's take the code. I have AEM running. We'll go to some folder on desktop. This one minimize, this one minimize, this one also minimize, and this one minimize. This is minimizing. No, this is also minimizing. This will keep it here. New folder. This one is a CAF. Sapient CAF. And we will go to Sapient CAF. So in Sapient CAF, we don't have anything. So we will run command prompt in administrator mode. I executed the command prompt at Sapient CAF. It opened the command prompt, and we will download the code from this. Okay. Git clone enter. Chop. Thank you, Chamu. మీకు కూడా సకల సౌభాగ్యాలతో ఎల్లకాలం రాసింది చెప్పు వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. హలో. ఆనెస్ట్లీ టెలింగ్ నేను ఒక్కటి కూడా చూడలేదు అవి ఇప్పటిదాకా. అసలు అందులో ఏమున్నాయో కూడా చూడలేదు చాము నేను. హలో. నేను చెప్పింది అర్థమైందా? నేను ఒకటి కూడా చూడలేదు అంటున్నా. ఏమన్నా కొత్తది ఏమన్నా? అవునులే మీ దాంట్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళని అడగపోయావా? జీస్పాన్లో ఉన్నాను. తెలుసు ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ క్లౌడ్లో క్యాంపెయిన్ లేదు, టార్గెట్ అనలిటిక్స్ ఉంది. అవును. అంటే ఎవరిని అడిగితే అమెరికా వాళ్ళు అడుగుతుంటే మాకు కన్సల్టెన్సీ మన కంపెనీ ఉంది, దానిలో జస్ట్ L&D డిపార్ట్మెంట్ వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళే చేసుకుంటారు మొత్తం మేనేజ్మెంట్. ఏంటి క్యాంపెయిన్ చెప్తాను. ఒక 3 అయ్యాయి తెలుసుగా. అవి ఏంటంటే స్లోగా వచ్చేవి. ఒక 20 మెంబర్స్ అయినా బాగా అయినట్టే. అది కాకుండా మేము ఇచ్చే సపోర్ట్ వల్లే ఒక 40 అయ్యేది. మా దగ్గర ప్లేస్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు కదా, వాళ్ళందరూ మేము ఫిల్ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. ఎవరు? పంపించాము. ఆ ఎంఓయూలన్నీ సైన్ చేసుకొని బిల్లింగ్లు సరిగ్గా ఇస్తేనే మనం ఎక్కువ రావచ్చు ఫస్ట్ లో. ఓకే. అవును. ఎవరు వస్తారు చదువు పార్టీ? హలో, పార్టీ ఎవరు వస్తారు? మనం చెప్తే ఏమన్నావు? ఏదన్నా గుంటూరు అన్నా అదేదన్నా సుత్తన్నావా? హలో Hello. Oh, hello. అవును. Actually, charger ఎక్కడ పెట్టారు? చార్జర్ తీసావా? చార్జర్ పింకీ పింకీ చింకీ పంకీ పంకీ లింకీ పంకీ పింకీ 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 హాయ్ హౌ ఆర్ యూ అన్నం తిన్నావా అన్నం తిన్నావా పింకీ అన్నం తిన్నావా పింకీ అడుగు అన్నం తిన్నావా అన్నం తిన్నావా అన్నం తిన్నావా పింకీ అన్నం తిన్నావా పింకీ ఇచ్చుడు 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 అమ్మా వస్తుంది అదిగో 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 So by default, out of the box itself, it is giving test failures, and the reason for it is for but was 15. Expect tested 1, but was 1. Probably something out of the box itself. So let's run skip test.
భలే ఉంటారు కదా ఈ స్కూల్ పెట్టా ఈ స్కూల్ మీద ఇలా 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 పెట్టినా ఇట్లా స్కూల్ మీద పెట్టినా వద్దా స్కూల్ మీద ఎందుకు వద్దు స్కూల్ మీద వద్దా
So since we ran D skip test, tests are skipped and it is going to the next step.
Roly, roly, poly, roly, roly, poly, in, roly, poly, roly, poly, fast, 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 roly, roly, poly, roly, roly, poly, slow, 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 slow. Good job.
Baby, put your pants on. Put your pants on. Put your pants on. Baby, put your pants on. Pants on. Baby, put your pants on.
Hi Gopal, good morning. Dimple here from RPS.
Yeah, Dimple.
Gopal, can I connect with the participant for 2 minutes
Yeah,
whenever
please.
you feel comfortable?
You can connect now since this takes few minutes, so you can connect now.
Oh, great. Hello, everyone. It's Dimple from RPS, as you're aware, and Vinu is a part of my team. So, I'm here to talk about the delivery, which Vinu has already delivered a successful session from our side. Based on us, he has already completed all the theoretical part and the practical as well once. But then it'll be great if you can confirm if we have done with all the topics whatever we have decided. I hope all the topics has been completed. Let me know, Vinu, if I'm right. This is the content which we have discussed. I'm just ending my screen within a 2 seconds. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, sure.
I hope this is the content, right?
We can't. Yeah, this is the one. Yes.
Right. So, guys, me and Vinu are on the same page. So we have delivered all the content. I'm just presenting my screen to reconfirm that there is not even a single topic which is not touch based, or if you need any guidance from Vinu, because we have 2 more days with us, and we were hearing that we were facing challenge in hands-on. That's the reason we thought, and we have planned the training where we thought that we'll give at least 2-3 days for the hands-on, so that you can do the practicals as much as you can. So please let me know. This is the content which is already uploaded on LMS as well. This is day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm just scrolling down. Let me know if any topic you feel that it is not covered. It'll be great if you can unmute yourself and let me know. So this was the initial plan, and I hope we have already done with all the things as of now. So we know there is only mock exam, mocks, strategies, and recap, which we are already doing. This is the only thing which we are already doing right now. I think as no one is answering anything, I think we are good to proceed now. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you have learned.
I have a question on not on the topics but on the materials, right? None of the resources are shared with us apart from the recording of the video. So when can we expect to get the resources that trying to
do we need to send anything to them?
I have shared the certificate dumps and all the PPTs to
Vinayak.
yeah. So
Fine, I'll take it from him.
Yeah.
So, Sina, today by EUD, you will get everything on LMS. Thank you so much for raising this question. You'll get everything on LMS today. Anything else? Any other question?
Do we have this elements availability time or something like?
It is for usually 30 days. If you need more than that, you can ask your LND to connect with us and we can extend the things. Say 10-15 days, we can also do that. That's perfectly fine with us. And I hope, and it's a humble request, none of the person, out of say 16, 17 people, only 2 people were filled the first day feedback. It's a request that if we can all fill the final feedback on 11th. 11th will be the last day for the session because we have taken one leave in between. So we are going ahead till 11, 9 to 1 as we are doing today. Same. Any other question? Fine. Thank you so much, Veenu, for your time. Over to you. You can start the session now. Thank you. Good day. Take care.
Yeah. Hope my screen is visible. எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் తిందా
ఇందాక అసలు రెండు ముద్దకే ఊసిపోతుంది వేసాం గట్టగా అటు చెప్పి ఇటు చెప్పి ఏదో రెండు అలా మూడు ముద్దలు కొంచెం లాస్ట్ ఏదో అయితే గ్యాస్ మళ్ళీ తింటుంది కానీ అందరూ అంతే ఉంటారో నాకు తెలియదు నచ్చిన గ్యాస్ డైవర్ట్ చేసి పెట్టారు ఇష్టంతో సంబంధించింది కాదు
Let's try twisting. We're twisting, we're twisting, we're twisting, 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 we're twisting, we're twisting, now we stop. Good job. Let's do it. We're jumping, we're jumping, we're jumping, 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 we're jumping, we're jumping, we're jumping, now we stop. That was so much fun. Great job. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My sweet baby. So come take a walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. Come take a walk with me, my sweet baby. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my sweet baby. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap. Hands are clapping, clap, clap, clap.
एक प्रसाद प्रिपेयर कर
Clap, clap, clap your hands, sweet baby. Fingers are wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Fingers are wiggling, wiggle, wiggle.
थोड़ा tamarind mango pieces
Wiggle, your fingers, sweet baby.
yeah 7 types
Hands are
of
bottom, keep your
sweet
screws.
sour spicy पूरा pickle में आते थे
Hands are bottom, peekaboo. Peekaboo, sweet baby. Hands are waving, hello friends.
पूरा आते थे
Hands are
70
waving,
70 kinds of
hands are waving. Hello friends, wave your hands, sweet baby. Ciao. Oh, we are two sailors come from where the sea. If you want to go away again, come along with me. Oh, wishy washy, wishy washy, wishy washy. If you want to go away again, come along with me. Oh, we like to wash and scrub up in the tub. So come right in and join us and scrub the dub, the dub.
YouTube
Oh,
में
wishy washy, wishy washy, wishy washy. If you want to go away again, come along with me.
బాబు మోహన్ ఉంటాడు చూసావా
Lazy lion, lazy lion, laying around all day. Lazy lion, lounging lazy lion, doesn't even want to play. Sits in the sun and under trees. It's kind of fun, catching some disease. Oh, lazy lion, low-key lazy lion, taking the day away.
I love to. Sleep. They love to sleep. Do you know what sheep this is? Sheep this is. Sheep this is. Do you know what sheep this is? Can you guess it? A triangle. That's right. Do you know what sheep this is? Sheep this is. Sheep this is. Do you know what sheep this is? Can you guess it? A circle. That's right. Do you know what shape this is? Shape this is. Shape this is. Do you know what shape this is? Can you guess it? A square? That's right! Now we know all of our shapes. All our shapes. All our shapes. Now we know all of our shapes. Let's shout hooray! Hooray!
Venu, I
Yeah,
there.
yeah, Naveen.
I just wanted to talk about hypothetical scenarios,
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
particularly. So I just wanted to um, I mean, can we do something like we can take a use case scenario where we for example let's start like from for example we are having MSM sites which is like a global site that we have to make it and uh, it's starting from like how where suppose for example are we deploying it to cloud or wherever it is and maybe if it is like 50 numbers of authors are there and some for example authors and maybe if it is we are expecting some traffic of maybe lakhs of requests per per day or per minute or whatever it is.
Okay.
We can take some hypothetical scenarios and uh, what I wanted like is that we can cover an end-to-end things which can basically cover most of our questions, our doubts, or everything, right? Like in one of the sessions, probably we can take such so that flow wise we should be very clear. Like okay, if it is that scenario, that suppose for example like any abc.com we are doing so it is coming to the cdn and then whatever the alb is there in the picture and then we are having two authors or three authors server we are putting it and we have corresponding dispatcher and then the publisher server. So if like we can take a hypothetical scenario or we can talk about it so that most of our questions, most of our doubts can be being discussed and can be clarified.
Yeah, definitely. So then we'll take a brand, and the brand has these requirements, and how do we actually get each and every information, and like functional requirements, non-functional requirements, infrastructure details, authentication details, access details, and then after we have understood all of them, how or what could be the designs, and what could be the templates, components, workflows, and integrations like analytics, target, whatever we wanted to do, and then we can actually come to a solution. Just want, like, solutioning you are trying to know, right? Basically from the problem.
Correct. I mean, yeah. So because we have seen like a different use case there, right? So in certain scenarios like this would be the best use case we can follow it up. So
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted like an end-to-end things that we can talk about and or most of the doubts could be cleared during that discussions and probably if you'll see those questions also we will basically remind it, right? Like, okay, in this scenario we have done like that. So that will probably helpful. I'm just thinking in that way.
Understood. Yeah, makes sense. It's just a very generic
Yeah.
understanding which we wanted to have for based on the brand requirement. How do we approach solutioning up from the existing available solutions of AEM, and how do we actually ask questions related to functional, non-functional, and what are the options available once we get the answers from the AEM side, which we can use to start solutioning, and then making sure everything is documented, right? That's what we want to do.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. We will prepare. I'll prepare one session, entire session on that, and I think next class we'll cover all of that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
When you wake up in the morning, it's 4:18, and you want to find something to do. You brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. When you wake up in the morning, it's 2:45, and your mind starts humming. Tweedledee, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. When you wake up in the morning at 3:45, and you think you're here, a knock at the door, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. When you get up in the morning at 4:45, and you just can't wait to come alive, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth, you brush your teeth. Where is your nose? Where could it be? Where is your nose? What to it be? Yeah, you got it. Where are your eyes? Where could they be? Where are your eyes? What could they be? Yeah, your eyes. Where is your nose? Where could it be? Where is your nose? Where to it be? That's your mouth. Got it. Where are your ears? Where could it be? Where are your
So all of you, after this class, please do this installation of CAF connector code, which is available in GitHub, and through XAMPP, just start the Magento. So once you have this CAF connector installed on the local bundle with the Magento GraphQL endpoint mentioned in the system configurations, you can start accessing the pages. Okay, and the GraphQL endpoint of the Magento is hit by the CAF connector that fetches the data and give it to the front end Sling model. Or if it is any direct component is taking the JSON, that will take the JSON. Okay, so I have started Magento, and also I am deploying the CAF connector code. Once both of them are done, we can actually uh, see the pages loading the data from Magento. So for you all also, first time it will take deploying CAF code at least 45 to 1 hour as the time. So please don't think it is actually having any issues or anything. Just do it.
you do your teapot dance with me. All right.
So as you can see, guys, there are total 10 projects which will be installed, 10 out of 10. Okay. And once all of them are installed, it will take 26 minutes based on your network bandwidth. For mostly like in an hour, in a half an hour, you will be able to complete the entire build and deployment of the CAF bundles. Okay, on the commerce on the AEM. Okay, so once we installed them, we need to go to localhost system console config manager. Okay, it's actually taking it here itself, so we'll go to into a different page. Open in tab. So we are logging in. Why is it taking so much time? Let's wait. Yeah. So we have reached the system console config manager, and what we need to test is CAF GraphQL client library configuration. CIF. This one, CAF GraphQL client library factory. Out of the box, we have a default. Okay. What they are saying, keep the default service identifier or set something else. Make sure to use same values. For GraphQL service URL, enter the URL of the Magento GraphQL. Okay. With default HTTP method, you can define other get or post request. Okay. And what we see here, default HTTP method, post is there, GraphQL service. This is the Magento URL of endpoint GraphQL which we need to mention. So rest all are fine. So Magento, if it is started, we can actually mention that endpoint. So sample Magento GraphQL endpoint will be like domain of the corresponding. It will be like a host name and GraphQL, HTTPS host name and GraphQL. Like we can mention that as some, okay, Magento host. Okay, let's mention as Magento host name and save that. Okay, let's save it. So once we have saved it, so we need to connect the configuration connector. Okay. So GraphQL client also we need to mention in the Magento GraphQL service identifier. CAF catalog. So here CAF GraphQL we have checked. Now we need to check CAF catalog Magento GraphQL configuration factor. Okay, we have configured this. Now we need to configure this. Here also we need to configure the corresponding client factory. Magento, enter the ID of the GraphQL. Magento GraphQL service identifier. Do you see Magento GraphQL service identifier? Yes. Default is the one which we have created in the previous bundle. That is the same one which we have mentioned here. So we don't need to touch it. Okay. So now In the configuration browser, we will have to configure CIF connector in the Tools General configuration browser. Okay.
The car is blue. The car is blue. Blue. I see one. Hey, it's red.
Okay. Tools General configuration browser. We need to create a configuration. Okay. Create configuration. We will give Sapient Commerce. Okay. Once we give Sapient Commerce configuration browser, since the connector configuration will make us, so we need to select the cloud configuration. Sapient Commerce will create it. Okay. So once we have created Sapient Commerce, okay, we will do what? Tools, cloud services, okay, and CIF configuration.
Oh, I'm the lily pad. Frog is on the lily pad. Water is the frog. Hop into the water. That would be so much fun. Maybe if we say hop.
So tools, cloud services, CIF configuration. We will go to the Sapient Commerce, and inside that we will create a custom service configuration, commerce configuration, and in the commerce configuration, we need to mention the fields required. Okay, commerce provider, Magento, GraphQL. Okay, commerce provider, we have selected it, and from the options, we are mentioning Magento, GraphQL. By default, out of the box, it should come. If it is not coming, means we need to check if any of the bundles are not active. System console bundles.
I'm back. I like to play. And it's another. This time, let's decide for open. See if it will open. Can you try it? Open. Good job. Open. Okay, let's try it together. Huh? 2, 3. Open. It worked. Yay! It's open.
So we will check if there is any bundle which is in install state. So every bundle is in install state, and it has to come Magento GraphQL. We will check by default why it is not coming as Magento GraphQL.
The duck will quack. Can you try it with me? Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Come on, Ken. Let's quack louder. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack.
ఇప్పుడు చిన్నప్పుడు తిన్నాను ఉగాది పచ్చడి మళ్ళీ ఇవన్నీ తెలియదు. So Magento GraphQL I'm adding, and catalog identifier also has to GraphQL client is we'll select this. Store view and details, we'll get it from Commerce Framework. If you see, so here all details. Commerce provider is Magento. Sorry.
You can't see your screen.
Oh, sorry.
Is it on?
Is it visible now?
Yes.
So GraphQL client is the Magento GraphQL client which we have created. First, this is Magento GraphQL. Category root category IDs. In when we start the Magento, we will have a default root folder of the category. That is the ID which we need to give here. Okay. Catalog identifier is default which we have created. Catalog identifier. This is default, so we have inherited the same. And for store view, so store view, Magento store view that you want to use. So in Magento we need to create stores. All the products will be actually for a store. So once we create a store, there is a ID which is available, and the code of the store ID we need to mention here. Okay. So as soon as we mention GraphQL end client and also GraphQL store view, as well as default catalog, and as well as root category ID, and save this cloud service configuration, and when we go to products binding, automatically they will load into AEM. And that is where we can actually log in AEM products via commerce products, create bind products. So we need to create bind products. We will get title, name, enter a title and name. Sapient products binding. Sapient bind products. And context aware configuration is Sapient Commerce, which we have created. Inside, if in the previous step, whatever we have created, if the ID is available, that will come. Okay, I'm just selecting it and I'm just clicking bind. Okay, okay, once we click that Sapient client binding, huh. So then once we have done this, out of the box products, whatever is available, we can start using them. Okay, so they can start using dragging and dropping a component, which can be used, and that will use product drag and drop. Okay, so AMCAF core components, if I check out and deploy them, if we give session ID and multiple, we can actually get them. So yeah, so these are the steps basically, and we don't need to use the out of the box core components, and whatever the custom component which we create, we can get all the products available in the component. If you see core component, I'll show the code how they are fetching the data from the cloud commerce bind which we have created from the cloud service configuration based on the GraphQL endpoint. Okay, let's go to any one of the core component, um, and if you go to source, main, commerce, core, in the components, let's uh, in the components of they have created as client, data layer, model, services, storefront, context, utils, all of that. Let's go to internal. This internal doesn't have any components, so let's go to models. These are the components. Let's go to a product page. Okay, product page component. In the product page component, what are all we have? We have basically a product Java class. It will have basically bean details about the product. Okay, and once we have bean ready, each of them are again beans. Asset also is a bean. So in the model we have bean, and once we have been for a particular component, okay, how do we get the data layer? We go to data layer. Okay, we'll go to product data.java. In product data Java, uh, huh. So these are actually matching the JSON with if there is a schema, with the schema JSON is matched, and then it will be returned as a get skew. Okay, basically this is JSON API which will export the data from the JSON axis. These are all actually JSON data from the data layer. Let's go to client, managed GraphQL client.java, Magento GraphQL. So in Magento Graph, if you see here, whatever the commerce configuration which we have created, that we have to mention here, Sapient Commerce. Okay, and the store which we have created in the Magento, the store name which we need to mention here. So once we mention the store name and all of them, they will be available out of the box to the other components. Okay. Client is there, data layer is there, internal services. Let's go to services where the logic is written. Components configuration.java. Internal properties, component value properties. It doesn't have anything. So this is master branch. Let's go to any develop branch. There is no develop branch. Let's go to site map. Will not have site map. Storefront context. So product storefront context. product ID will be included. Okay. So you understand the concept? Whenever we have created cloud service configuration, the data will be exported as a XDM schema to the data layer of CAF connector, and data layer will have a combination of which property needs to be matched with that schema. Okay, and each of the schema data will be coming to the corresponding JSON property into the values, and these values are actually being put into the model is the actual property. Okay, and the client, how it will actually have to have, the client is mentioned in the commerce and store view. So from the store view, we are fetching the schema data as a JSON property and giving it to the models. And this model you can directly use on the HTML, right, on your front end. Okay, let's go to search, search services, search result service, perform search. So search options. These are search result, search filter. So they do not have implementation, they just gave the interfaces. So probably they wanted implementation be done by anyone who wants to do, or we will see outside if there is any apart from bundle score, if there are any packages. Okay, dispatcher, example, expansion, React components, UI apps. So UI apps component, we can go in UI apps, SRC main content, JCR root apps core CAF components. So content components, button, mini account, teaser. Let's go to teaser. V1 3 versions. Let's go to version 1, and let's go to the. So you see there is no HTML. Okay, how they are fetching the data without having HTML? Through SPA. And for SPA, we have seen SPA how it works, right? We will be having a separate React component for each of the corresponding AEM component, and you can see for teaser there will be a component here for teaser. The resource type, whatever the resource type, it is divided into even small components, looks like. And if you go to button JS, index JS, let's go to index JS, where they include the button component. Let's go to button, and inside the button they will be having properties coming from. Okay, if they get the properties, okay, from the properties they are preparing the button. Okay, and if we go to the main page component, which will have the map to plugin, basic the root map to. So in the app it will be there. Let's go to app.js. In app.js, yeah, see, they are creating a GraphQL client config from the store view. GraphQL authoring, client header, GraphQL method, compress query, and then fetching it, and from the client they are giving it to the cart initializer props.children. Okay, so these are the actual I would say a very good complete use case scenario for a e-commerce React based cart implementations, especially using Magento and AEM perfectly, because they have given the cart management through React, they have given other pages through AEM, and they have given CAF to load the schemas into AEM, and they have given the GraphQL endpoint directly if you want to export the data to any of the React components directly. Okay.
Don't they have any sample project like weekend or something in the
For
project?
the they have that project is weekend commerce, I think. Yeah, I'll share that.
Yeah.
AEM guides is there. AEM spy is there. For commerce, it's a Vania project is the one. So this project is actually uh, once you have the project deployed, and you have to deploy core components also. And once you deploy it, we can actually come to see, once you have GraphQL available, okay, then we can access the components on the page. Okay, but this also needs Magento installation on local. Without that, the endpoint, GraphQL endpoint is not available. Whatever we do on the AEM side, it will show all the component but empty data. So I'll also download it and let me build that also.
एक दस 3-4,000 खराब बोलते पेन मैं पहले इसमें डाल एक साड़ी पूरा कलर हो गई
I think single package. What we have run is auto install all. Let's see. So let's mention auto install single package, and let's see. Am I audible? So it gets built, and let's see once it is built.
Okay.
ये बनना पड़ता है आपके जब न्यू आता है ये ऑफिस में बनना पड़ता है क्या हाँ सब लोग बनाते हैं सब लोग वो 7 days के लिए तो स्वीट सफिशिएंट है, ज्यादा हो गई तो पता नहीं ज्यादा हो गई ओके ठीक है हाँ
Anyone asking something? So one for Magento CAF server side integration, the first example, client side integration, the second example with the guides Vinia. First do the CAF guides Vinia, the entire GitHub link which is shared. Please complete, which we are doing right now, and the previous one which we have done till now, you can do after this. Then you will have clarity of what is the difference. Okay. Left only.
పొగలకి బెల్లం పడుతుంది కొంచెం తక్కువ తీసుకున్న గోల్డ్ పెట్టండి బంగారం అంటే
I think it got stuck. Let me redo it.